Hey, welcome back to the fourth video of year-end sales strategies. And in this one, I'm talking about current customers. These are your customers you've already got. Now, I've gone through the other three. Make sure if you haven't watched the other three, check them out, would you? Here's the deal. Number one, I'm going to give you 10. One, check order history. Look at your customers and don't just look at what they're ordering today. Look at what they were ordering 6 months ago, a year ago. What's changed? What's changed? Are there items that they're no longer ordering? Are there things that they are ordering now that they weren't ordering then? Look for all of the gaps that you can find in the history of orders. And this is going to give you opportunities to have discussions. Opportunities. Hey, I noticed you haven't ordered this in a while. Why? Or I noticed you're ordering this, but you're not ordering that. And see, what does that do? That takes me to number 2, which is add-on sales. I'm using my order history to begin to determine what is the next logical item. In other words, they may be ordering this item, and there's a logical companion item that you have that they may not be aware of because they're buying it from somebody else. Guess what? I got to make sure I'm following up with them and I'm recommending. Now more than ever is when you want to be playing the add-on sales card, because it's very easy because you've already got the order set up, the customer's already set up in the system. This is an easy way to create incremental business for you and satisfy your customers' needs that much better. 3, know the calendar. I'm not going to repeat what I shared in the first video about organizing your time and your calendar and your objectives. I'm going to have you go back and take a look at that if you haven't seen it. But know the calendar, know exactly how many days, because you've got your calendar marked off with holidays that you're taking or vacation days that you're taking, when you're closed, when your customers are closed, all those things. Number 4, year-end funds. Again, we talked about it from a prospecting stage, but I want you to have a very serious conversation. And don't think for a moment, you may sell to multiple divisions within the same company. And you may hear one division tell you, oh, we don't have any year-end money. Do not assume that with other divisions. You want to have that conversation with each division that you sell to. Very key, because different divisions, different departments, different groups are going to have different budgets, different piles of available money that you can tap into. Number 5, referrals. Again, we've talked about this, but I'll tell you what, go get them. Ask, call up every one of your existing customers. And the easiest referral is a referral within the company, okay? In other words, you're dealing with this department and you ask them, hey, who else in your company should I be talking to? Boom, easy. That's very, very easy. Or it might be other suppliers, other vendors, other customers that they have. In other words, there are so many ways for you to be getting referrals, but you've got to ask for them. 6, this picks up on this, thank you calls. I love thank you calls. In November and December is when you want to be making thank you calls to all your customers. Now, these are over and above everything else that you've done. And here's the reason. You only do this if you're genuinely thankful. You're calling them and you're thanking them for their business. Hey, thank you for the business we've been able to do this year. It's been absolutely great, terrific. I've appreciated it. I valued it. And I'm looking forward to next year, yada, yada, yada. And you know what's interesting? They're going to wind up suddenly telling you what they have in store for next year. Guess what? They're going to suddenly wind up to, oh, you know what? We need to talk about this or we need to talk about that. It is a very easy way for you to get additional business. Number 7, what I call brothers and sisters. What are brothers and sisters? Well, this picks up on all of the other pieces I've been talking about, current customers. Brothers and sisters are other companies. They may be owned. The other day I was doing some work with a company that is owned by a holding company that owns 5 other companies. So guess what? There are multiple other brothers and sisters. So I'm working to find out who are the people I should be talking to in those other brother and sister companies. There may be distant relatives. In other words, there may be a company that you're selling to and they are the exclusive supplier to another company. Well, guess what? I want to find out who that other company is because there may be other things that I can sell them. or they may be, receiving raw materials from a specific company. I want to be finding out. Look for all of the other entities that your current customers are dealing with. These all become opportunities for you. Number 8, speed sells. Can't stress it enough. Speed sells. This is huge. You've got to make it extremely easy for your customers to do business. I'm going to land and expand. In other words, I may not be able to fulfill this entire order, but I'm going to send you what I can right now with this. That's speed sells. And then I'll expand it. And when I get the inventory, I'll get the rest of this taken care of. Yeah. Number 9, year-end business reviews. These are so easy. You call up a customer and you say, hey, getting to the end of the year and love to come in and have a conversation with you about really all the business that we've been able to do this year and just talk about where the business lies. Now, this is not a historical recap. You're going to have just a little bit of historical recap, but it's about creating future conversations. That's what your goal is. Your goal is to be able to get a conversation going with people further up in the food chain than just the buyer, the customer you sell to. It might be senior management, but you're going to have that conversation with them. Why? Because it's going to create dialogue. It's going to create opportunities. You may suddenly wind up with year-end opportunities. More importantly, you're probably going to wind up with big opportunities that you can chase next year. Number 10, double check each order. I can't stress it enough. It's amazing. Things can get missed very easily. And you could miss your number by 1 or 2%. And they're like, oh, it was just because these orders just didn't get quite processed right. Double check each order. Be absolutely careful. Hey, my name's Mark Hunter, the Sales Center. I want to speak at your sales kickoff meeting, okay? Let's call me. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Hey, also check out the Sales Center podcast and check out the Sales Center University. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Center. Let's make this year end the best year end ever. I'm Mark Hunter. Great selling.